Hey guys, this is an interesting one. EFF had a gala dinner last night, and here they are fundraising. Let's just hear from one of their members, the spokesperson in this regard, who tells us what is this all about and the purpose there too.
More than 400 EFF representatives have been banned from attending the party's 10th birthday celebrations at the F&B Stadium this coming weekend. That's after they failed to organize transport for members in their areas. The Red Berets are tonight hosting a gala event where a seat next to their leader, Julius Malema, will cost 1 million rand. Newsroom Africa's Ati Mtongana is live at the event for us from where she joins us now. Ati, tell us more about the purpose of the gala and the broader program of the EFF's anniversary celebrations and the reception or reaction, in fact, to the announcement that leaders who've not been able to ferry people from their areas will now be banned from attending on Saturday.
Okay, that sounds like dictatorship, though. It doesn't sound like democracy. In a constitutional democracy, I thought EFF was a democratic party, but that sounds like fascism. You didn't do this, therefore you forfeit the right for this. You treat adults like children like that? Wow, that's amazing. But let's continue.
That is a directive that many of those leaders, including members of the National Assembly, provincial legislatures and councillors, a directive that they received as early as January. But I do have the Treasury General who's going to speak to us quickly because we've been informed that the program is about to begin with the leader of the party about to step in. Ompile Mautwe, thank you so much for your time. Are those leaders, the councillors, the MPs, allowed to be part of this part of the celebration, because we know they are banned from F&B Stadium for not being able to provide transport for their constituents? Now, are they going to be able to at least attend this event?
Now, good evening to you, Ati, and the viewers at home. So here you don't come per invitation. The invitation is proof of payment. So as you know, the tables that we're selling were platinum package, which is 1.2 table for the CIC, 750 for the officials, 500 for the MPs, and 250 for the MPLs. Now, it was not an invitation to everybody like in the case of FNB. So those who paid for their tables and for their chairs are allowed to be here. But if you did not pay, including CCT members who have not paid for their tables, they're not here. So your entrance there is proof of payment and nothing else.
I just quickly want us to talk about the numbers.
Obviously, the 1.2 cannot be 1.2 million in the 750. But let's hear her out because I'm shocked, but I just did not want to express my shock. But let's just hear them out.
If you can just move closer to me so we can allow our colleague Morena Lekitla to show you the table where the leader of the party is going to be sitting at over 1 million rand. Talk to us about the figures this evening.
So as I said, there's one table which was 1.2 million, which got sold the first. It was the first one to sell.
Oh no, I was wrong. It's 1.2 million. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. The economic freedom fighters are selling a table for 1.2 million to sit next to Julius Malema. Okay, I'll give you my views concerning that shortly. Let's continue.
And followed by the DP
And that's
table.
the leader's table.
That's the commander-in-chief and president of the EFF table. And the second table to be sold was that one of the deputy president of the EFF, which is a 750, like all of us as the officials. And all of us, we followed suit. We sold our tables at 750 each table. And we are nicely allocated tables there in the front. And then, as I said, the MPs, members of parliament, were meant to sell tables worth 500,000. So what it means is that you can get one person paying for a full table and bring in 10 people, or you can get 10 people each paying 50,000 to make up to the 500,000. The same with the 250 table for MPLs. So you can get 10 people to pay 25,000 each, and then you'll earn your table. But those who didn't sell tables, had luck, they'll watch us on TV.
TG, how much are you looking at making at this gala dinner?
That's mind-blowing to me. So the members of the AFF who did not pay are not welcome to this gala dinner. Doesn't that sound like elitism? interesting because I thought that the EFF was not the party for the elite. As a matter of fact, I thought that EFF hated capitalism. But this is capitalism 101 that they are practicing here. Let's proceed.
We need to raise funds, a lot of money. We've had so many programs, and we're still continuing the program. To fill up FNB is not an easy thing. FNB is a 97,000 plus seater. So to bring people on buses, to give 100,000 t-shirts, to put in 100,000 t-shirts, to make food for 100,000 people, to buy sanitary pads, water, all that is a huge cost. The security aspect as well. You even pay for the metro police, which just does nothing, by the way, during our events. Our marshals, our GORs, they do the most with the so-called subs and metro. We're not happy with the service of the metro. They did a mess there during our carnival on Saturday.
But how much in total are you looking at making here this evening when you step out?
We will count the numbers. We have not closed because we're going to sell alcohol. That's part of fundraising. So anything that you can do to fundraise money. But the numbers will count the numbers, and then we'll communicate the numbers at a later stage.
All right, thank you so much for it.
Wow. But at least, what is important here is this. The story itself, not so much the EFF, no. The story of this gala dinner is truth-telling. What's the truth is that this story is telling? That nothing in life is free. Therefore, the lies that EFF has been saying, we are going to expropriate land without compensation, that land is not free. The reason why they want to expropriate it without compensation is because they want votes, and they make a promise to graduates that if you are a graduate, you should get an allowance of 1,000 rands if you have not found work. Where is the money going to come from? It's going to come from those of us who are either in business or in employment who are paying tax. That is why you find that South Africa is a third world country, but its tax far exceeds that of some of the first world countries like the US. The pay as you earn in South Africa is up to 41% depending on the bracket of a salary in which you are at. And the EFF is quite happy in applying that capitalist model, claiming themselves to be socialists and Lenninists and Marxists. Julius Malema's role model is Mao Zedong from China. Guevara is Floyd as a role model. And none of these individuals are worthy to be followed because of the destruction that they brought to their countries. And people will do well in this day and age to go and research and find out who was Guevara, what did he do in his country, what did Mao do in China. For an example, Mao killed more than 40 million Chinese. So to have any individual from any country speaking and saying that Mao is his role model or he looks up to him should be shocking to anybody who follows the EFF. But in any case, it's a rude awakening for those members of the EFF who really believed in their communist ideology. You see now, you can't get in if you do not pay. How is that communism? Because if they were practicing communism, why should you pay 1.2 million to sit next to him? It's simple, really. There is no free lunch, as Mukwege once said. There is nothing in life that is free. The seats at the FNB Stadium must be paid for. FNB Stadium has, the last time I checked, up to 120,000 seats. You can't not pay for FNB. So somebody has to pay for that cost. So where is the EFF getting the money? This is exactly where they are getting the money. They are printing shirts, 100,000 shirts to give to members. That's marketing. But behind the scenes, this is what they do. They make life hell for some of their members, and they appeal to businesses which they will not tell you about. And hence, when they claim that the ANC or the DA is beholden to businesses, the same is true for them. The same is true for them. Never be deceived. Yes, indeed, I'm happy for them that they are celebrating a 10-year anniversary, but nevertheless, it is important for people to know the truth, that communism has never worked anywhere. Communism is sponsored. It's literally, I mean, go to China for an example. That is communist, it's called the CCP, Chinese Communist Party, is practicing capitalism in a communist state to ensure that their bank account is full. That's why China is where it is right now, financially. And make no mistake about it, there's a lot of dictatorship in China. That's what I foresee if Julius Malema, God forbid, were ever to ascend into our presidency. Listen to the person, believe the things that he says. Don't think that he's joking, because this is exactly what happened. Mao, as a matter of fact, Hitler, who killed 6 million Jews, Hitler told people in Germany what he was going to do. Do not disbelieve these little dictators when they are rising up to power. Okay? Believe them. Take them from their word and deny them the vote. Because South Africa would be a chaos if this red berets, this red party, how do they afford to pay so much money? I mean, these are the people who sing that my mother was a kitchen girl, my father was a garden boy. How do they afford to get so much money? What businesses are they in? How did they start those businesses? Can you follow their success stories and end up exactly in the same place where they are at? Ask these questions about these individuals, because at least we know for a fact that some people went to jail. When the ANC was founded, it was not popular to be a politician in this country. So, and by the way, I'm not pro-ANC by any means. I have not voted for the ANC for years right now. In these elections, I'm not voting for the ANC, nor am I voting for the DA, nor am I voting for the EFF, because I think these three parties are a disaster waiting to happen. The ANC is pro-black, and I'm black. The EFF is pro-black at the exclusive of whites. The DA is pro-white at the exclusive of blacks. They just don't say it out publicly. Bear that in mind. So we need a political party like a Musa Maimani or Action SA or Patriotic Alliance to arise and come to the fore, which caters for everybody in the country. We don't want political parties that seeks to disunite us. The only reason why I have not voted for the ANC, I've made up my mind few years ago that they are so corrupt beyond repairs, and they are no longer uniting this country. They are sowing disunity. There's no way, therefore, I could vote for an extension of the ANC. The EFF is nothing but an extension of the ANC, a radicalized ANC. If you want South Africa to go to the dogs with immediate effect, you'll vote for the EFF. However, the DA's policy implementation in the Western Cape, where they have removed a lot of black people who held certain positions, is concerning to me. The fact that the DA had a black leader in Musi Maimane and they sabotaged him the way that they did is concerning to me as a black person. And then they did not even put a colored person to be their next president. They went and straight to their default position of whiteness. Nevertheless, this is not about the DA, but I had to make mention of that so that you understand when I'm criticizing the EFF, I'm not just criticizing them simply because I hate Julius Malema. I don't hate Julius Malema. However, I don't have any good thing necessarily to say about Julius Malema. Julius Malema is a rebel that was dismissed from the African National Congress, and therefore I think people who are following him have a similar attitude as can be seen in Parliament and how they behaved, where they dishonored the highest office in the land and did all the things that they were doing in Parliament. Nevertheless, I digress. Tell me, what do you think? Is this not a capitalist approach? Why are they using capitalism to raise money? Yet they claim they hate capitalists. Is that not hypocrisy? Precisely. And that's what Julius is. Okay, let me go now. Like, subscribe, and share the video, of course.